So we shall continue and dive in to the weapons of prayer. We introduced this subject with two great stories yesterday, and we now get to more technical, practical details. So, again, this is based on a Chassidic discourse of the Rebbe Maharash. And he's based this discourse on a Mishnah in the Gemara in Shabbos, page 63a. So we're going to go through the Mishnah, and then we're going to dive into the maamar. The Mishnah says, Lo Yetzer ha'ish, a man may not go out into the public domain on Shabbos because you're carrying. Lo besayif, velo bekeshet, velo bitris, velo be'ala, velo beromach. You cannot go out with a sword, or with a bow, or with a shield, or with an ala, we're going to see what that is, or with a spear. The ala, I have my Spanish translation, un mazo. Imagine a metal stick with a head on it.
It's called a golf club.
Golf club? But it's not a golf club. It has a round.
Oh, like a walking stick.
No, it's something to hit someone.
Golf club, yeah.
Okay.
The guy used to walk around my neighborhood.
Mace?
Mace, yeah.
Un mazo.
Muscle. Yeah, a mace, yeah. With a chain.
One of the leaders of the Venezuelan government, not the so-called good guys, he has a television program like twice a week called Con el mazo dando. Like, I'm hitting you with my mace. And the logo is like one of these things.
Right.
And he's just there speaking bad about the opposition and hitting people.
Yeah.
With words, but if you don't behave, he'll also put you in jail.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay, so you cannot go out to the public domain with any of these things on you. V'im yatsa chayav chatat. And if you did go out with one of these implements of war, you're liable to a chatas offering, to a sacrifice of sin, a sin offering. Rebbe Yetzer says, I disagree. Tachshitin henlo. They are ornaments for him. You can go out on Shabbos with something that is just making you look more handsome and beautiful, right? Lichbot Shabbos. So you go out with your weapons is like a sign of respect, ornaments.
The problem is the carrying of the item, or is it the...
Correct, the carrying.
So if it was attached somehow to the body?
Yeah, I guess you put it on your belt, I don't know. Or, I don't know. I guess the shield, you have to hold it in your hand. So anyways, he says, these are implements of war. The Chachamim Ombrim, but the sages say, Eilan ela lignai. No, they are nothing but a disgrace to be wearing this out on Shabbos. Sheneemar, as it's written, V'chitetu charbotam leitim v'chanitoteihem lemazmerot lo yisak goy el cherev ve'lo yilmedu od milchama. That's also a Shreki song. There's a pasuk that says, they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning shears. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. This is talking about the future where we're not going to need weapons, and we're going to turn the weapons into things to work the land, so to speak.
Where does that passage appear in? I think it's in the Nevi'im.
Yeah.
Could be. I did.
It's like at the beginning, I think.
It's on the...
I did
on
not.
the wall.
I did not bring the.
It's carved in the wall, the United Nations.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Oh, so now it's a good pasuk. If it's in the United Nations.
No, but that's
Nobody should have a weapon except Iran. They can have whatever weapon they want.
yes.
No, anyways.
Democracy, yeah.
Everybody but the Jews should have
Right.
weapons. Anyways, okay, and then it finishes, Birit tehora v'yotzeiba b'shabbat. A garter is pure, and one may go out with it on Shabbos. Kevalim temei be'en yotzim bahem on Shabbos. Leg chains are susceptible to tuma, and one may not go out with them on the Shabbos. Really, this last part is not going to talk about this last part of the Mishnah, but this to complete the Mishnah. So again, you have your questions. Should I or should I not go out on Shabbos with my beautiful implements of war or not? Now this is based on a deep Chassidic discourse, but we're not learning it inside, we're just learning things from it outside. So the Rebbe Maharash first, he wants to understand the reason behind this discussion. Why does Rabbi Eliezer say, ornaments, wear them, and the sages say, disgrace? It's like they're not very close to each other, these opinions. One is like really polar opposites. So why? What is the reason for these opinions? And for that, the Rebbe clarifies something we mentioned yesterday. Number one, that the Zohar says that the time of davening is the time of war. You didn't hear the class?
I was absent yesterday.
But I sent it.
Oh.
Could have heard it on the plane or wherever you were. I don't know.
I know.
It's okay.
I probably should listen because sometimes I get scared by these dumb questions they ask, but there wouldn't have been
No,
any
questions
yesterday.
are good. No, 'cause yesterday we only did stories, so you cannot ask questions on a story. That's my rule to my kids. But why does it's a story? When you can ask a question, that's what happened. Okay. So the Zohar does says this time of davening is a time of war, because when you're davening, as we mentioned yesterday, all kinds of thoughts come into your head to distract you from the purpose of focusing on what you're saying, on praising Hashem, on asking for your needs in a good way, on, again, davening with the proper kavanah. But you're thinking about the Knicks, or you're thinking about the World Cup, or you're thinking about the stock market, or Iran, or you could be thinking about things that are not bad things to think about. You're thinking about a family member who is sick, or about the last soldier that unfortunately passed away. You could be thinking about things that are not considered bad things, but you shouldn't be thinking about those things while you daven. And Yetzer Hara is bringing all his weapons to the time of davening. So if I cannot make you not come to shul, at least I'm going to make you leave shul while you're still sitting down, right? Like there's a story I think I mentioned before. I think it's Rebbe Yetzer, but I might be mistaken. About someone who was sitting in shul for a while, and near the end of davening, Rebbe Levitza says, "Oh, welcome." So, right, what do you mean? I got here an hour ago. What do you mean, welcome? Yeah, you got here an hour ago, but you weren't here. During davening, you were traveling the world. And now you finished, now welcome back. Because you weren't paying attention. So the time of davening is a time of war. Shataklota shatakrava. And so, the Rebbe Maharash wants to understand if the time of davening is a time of war, and these are implements of war that we mentioned here, 5 of them. What are these implements? What are these weapons that we have during war? Where are they when we're sitting down in shul in davening? Yeah? It's cool. Bring your weapons to shul.
I understand the whole concept of kavanah, but the word war seems a little bit misplaced.
That's Yetzer Hara talking. He doesn't want to He doesn't want to let you know that you are in war, and so if you're not realizing it, you're not fighting, and he has you dominated. It's war not because you are literally bringing guns and swords, but you're fighting to actually be present. To be present in what you are saying. Yes?
Okay.
Most of what you said, what does it mean? Did I have kavanah today or not? Were you present in what you were saying? Were you conscious that you were speaking to Hashem while you were davening for more than 2 seconds? Were you paying attention to the words and what they mean? Or were you thinking about 100 other things? Or were you blanking out? Maybe the Yetzer Hara said, this guy, I don't even need to fight him. He just blanks out. And he just blah, 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 reading the words, and he's not there. I have, like, this Shabbos is Shabbos Mevarchim, right? So we have to do Tehillim. I have to do the whole book of Tehillim. It takes a while. On one hand, I am not excited about it. I'm not excited about saying Tehillim for an hour, 45 minutes or more. From the other hand, I think about so much stuff during that hour 45. It's not like I plan, tomorrow I'm going to do Tehillim and I'm going to think about these things. But what do you do for an hour and 45 minutes? First of all, Tehillim are not very easy to understand. You're reading the whole thing and your mind is wandering through everything. Sometimes I've solved problems that I shouldn't have during Tehillim. Work problems. Which is another tactic of the Yetzer Hara. Yetzer Hara, if he really wants to go, like really you're fighting very well, he says, I know this guy's struggling with this problem at work. I'm going to give him a solution. Once I give him a solution, he's going to be so excited about it, he's not going to pay attention to davening. This has not happened to me recently, but I remember, again, as a programmer, sometimes you're stuck. You have an error, a bug during davening. Why? Because I daven so well? No, it's the other way around. The Yetzer Hara is giving you food for thought at the wrong time. I convinced you that it's war or no? You brought a bloody shirt.
Yeah, that was. I got a whole wardrobe. This after he.
I know.
My wife bought like everything we were offering. So, but I still struggle with that word.
No, but you have a specific question, or you're just...
No, it just seems a lot out of place, but okay.
The Zohar disagrees with you. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai disagrees with you. The Rebbe Maharash disagrees with you. So...
Sounds like I'm outnumbered.
Okay. So we're going to try and describe these weapons of war, at least some of them today, and we'll continue next week. Okay, the first one it's mentioned is the saif, the sword. Again, these we don't have here modern weaponry, but they still cover for the most part what exists today. The saif, the sword, says this corresponds to the process of doing Pesukei DeZimra. Pesukei DeZimra, which are, for the most part, the Hallelujahs, right? From Baruch She'amar till Yishtabach. Pesukei DeZimra corresponds to this. Why? There's one pasuk we say during this section of davening in Tehillim 149. So it's the next to last Hallelujah, where we say Romemot kel bigronam becherep pifiyot beyadam. Lofty praises of God in their throats and a double-edged sword in their hands. Now you're looking for the pasuk to see if I translated correctly. So this pasuk literally describes the praises of Hashem from our throat as a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
So when we're praising Hashem, that is a double-edged sword. So literally, Pesukei DeZimra is the sword. In which way? Because Pesukei DeZimra are the psukim of praising Hashem. Yeah? Before you're going to ask Hashem for something, you have to say some nice things first. No?
No. And towards the end, the sword of Malchechem goes on to use the term chains.
Okay, but we're only focusing on the sword.
Okay.
Don't distract yourself with more psukim.
Okay.
So what are we doing? With these praises, we are able to, so to speak, cut out the bad herbs around the rose. Yeah? Meaning what? It says you need a double-edged sword because there's two types of things we need to cut down as we're fighting the Yetzer Hara at this stage. And is the two forms of what it's called Yenikat Hachitzoinim. Yenikat Hachitzoinim literally means the sucking of the external ones, the food for the external ones. Where are the chitzoinim? The chitzoinim are the other side, not kedusha, klipa, negative side, impurity, Yetzer Hara. What does that side live off? How does that side exist, the negative side? So first of all, Hashem creates it, not because He wants to, but because He needs balance. He needs there to be free will. And so they get what they call, Hashem gives them food, but over His shoulder. He doesn't want to look at them. It's like I don't have any choice. I'm just going to give you food over my shoulder. They're chitzoinim, they're external ones. They're not things Hashem really wants, but He needs them here. But they also find ways to, as good bad guys, to get more. More of what? What do they want? They want kedusha. They want the real stuff. They want to feed off of kedusha. So who are they going to attack? The more mitzvahs you do, the more prime target you are for the chitzonim to say, that guy's davening, we'll mess it up and we'll suck out all the kedusha, all the potential. Yeah? So Yenika the Chitzoinim says there are two forms of these guys of feeding themselves. So we need a double-edged sword. Yeah? A single-edged sword is not good enough. So what are the two forms? Number one is when we let ourselves be dragged down by our desires. And that is like a banquet for the chitzoinim. Full meal, when you're being dragged down into your physical desires or your earthly desires, whatever they are. Yeah. That is when the klipa has a banquet. And number two is the opposite direction. When we are puffed up because we're so full of ourselves. I'm so good. I'm so great. Look at what I did. Look at what I did the other day. Look how early I come to Minyan and I daven. Look how much Ravana I had. As you start puffing yourself up with gaiva, with pride, the chitzonim says, yeah, keep doing mitzvahs. You're doing good. Do the mitzvah, but then feel like that, and we'll suck out all the kedusha from you. So you need a double-edged sword, one pointing in its direction, because you're being attacked from all sides. And that's the whole purpose of our existence. The whole purpose of our existence is to do a dir betachtoinim, to build the house of Hashem in this world. What does it mean betachtoinim? In a place where we have to fight. We are at war. Yes? And I don't want to get dragged down by this, but it's just this idea keeps coming up in my head the past few weeks. This is our advantage over AI. What's going on now? AI is better than us at everything. And me as a programmer, to program anymore, it means you're making a bad decision. Because AI, you just tell it what to do, and it'll do it everything from A to C better than you. I'll just ask for your permission. Can I publish this? Can I do this? Do you want me to do this or that? So you're like a glorified babysitter. And you feel, okay, so humans, why are we needed anymore? With AI agents that do everything for you. AI agents don't have a Yetzer Hara. They're not fighting with a double-edged sword. They cannot build a dir betachtoinim. What they can do is take out from us tasks so we can focus on the real fight. It's the same relationship between us and AI, this is my argument, as the relationship between us and angels. I'm not saying the AIs are angelic, but I'm saying angels, what are they? They're perfect beings. Hashem tells them do this, and they do that. No mistakes, no wandering off, no wasting time. But
be idols.
well, that's a different. No, we're not idolizing them right now. We're just people are just worried they're going to take your jobs. And then what's the reason for your existence? Okay, the reason for your existence is we are called mehalchim ben ha'oimdim. That's how we are described versus angels. We are walkers among people who are standing. Angels cannot progress. This is what you are. You don't have a Yetzer Hara. You don't have really the friction to achieve anything. You're just doing what you're programmed to do, whether you're an angel or you're an AI agent. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but it's just, again, you spend all day with AI nowadays. It's just, you talk to AI more than to your wife, to anybody else. That's all you're doing. Babysitting. There used to be an application called Copilot, right? You know Copilot? Suppose you're programming, and the Copilot can help you. But now I am the co-pilot. He's piloting. I'm just, you need anything? Should I bring you a coffee? But we are still the only ones who need the double-edged sword so that we can cut off the Yetzer Hara and the
Also
Chitzonim.
be the double-edged sword.
Yes, very good. Could be,
It should be.
because it's giving you free time to focus on good stuff, or it's giving you free time to waste your time. Again, one last thought. The other day, again, I was programming with an AI, and I said, okay, I'm programming, so I need to focus, but I had nothing to do. It's just he's doing everything, and I'm answering questions every 3-4 minutes. So what am I doing? So I ended up opening up a second AI, and now I'm doing more than one thing at once, because if not, I'm just, my mind is, okay, well, let's just wait for it and waste some time while we wait. So it could be a double-edged sword for bad too. All right, next week.